Welcome everyone, I'm Matt, this is Desiree. We're here on Monday, April 30th, 2018 with your intermediate class recap. We started out with a quick warm-up, which was our footwork line dance from last week's class. I'm not going to put that on this video. If you want, you can go check out last week's video and see the full line dance broken down. For tonight's class, we were also talking about different ways to do basics from different hand positions, because many of us, all of us know our basic patterns, but many of us don't play around with doing them just from a different hand position. And that can help to alleviate the boredom of, well, I only have 4 moves, how do I really social dance a whole song? First thing we talked about was closed position. For our left side pass, making sure that as leaders, because we're changing the position, we might need to adjust our steps so that the followers can travel just as much as they would a regular left side pass. Next up, we talked about the push break, how we want to not have our compression straight on. This feels a little bit way too close. We want to make sure that our followers are off to our left side, and leaders, again, we're accommodating that by getting out of the way. The way that we distinguish this from a left side pass is leaders are staying straight forward for the push break versus opening up the door for a left side pass. So the push break, 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6. From here we went into an underarm turn. We do need to let go of close briefly so that the follower can pass through, but as soon as we can, we're going to pick the follower back up on the other side.
And follower is relaxing that arm to pop over to the opposite side of the leader's arm and rest on the bicep or off the arm while staying connected in the shoulder blade and in the hips.
Yep. Last thing we talked about from closed was our closed whip, where for my leaders I'm thinking about going back, again to accommodate the follower's traveling distance, back, then tripling, and then I might need to come forward again at the end to again make it feel like a basic whip for my follower. From there, we talked about doing all of our basics in right to right hand hold, in left to left hand hold, and in right to left hand hold. Talked about how for the followers, especially for this hand hold and a little bit for left to left, you want to be careful because that left side pass will sometimes feel like a free spin. So if we're social dancing this, more often than not, the follower will just free spin off of this left side pass. You want to be able to tell the difference between the hand relaxing for a side pass and prepping for a free spin. Just to show you a couple of the different whips we talked about, from right to right, we talked about our basic reverse whip, 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. We talked about an open whip or crossbow whip, 5, 6, 7, and 8. We talked about an underarm turn whip, where we catch the follower's elbow, 3 and 4, finish with an outside turn. And then we talked about our hammer lock whip. Drop the hand in the middle, 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. From there, our left to left whips, these were a little bit trickier, but we could do an underarm turn into an open whip, 5, 6, 7, and 8. We could also do an underarm turn where we catch the follower's arm and go into an inside turn. From there, we also had our right to left whips. We had our reverse whip, just like before, 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. We had the elbow catch again to the inside turn. And then we had our underarm turn into the free outside turn off of the leader's side if we wanted to. 5, 6, 7, and 8. We also talked about how it's important to recognize what might be a basic pattern with a different hand hold. Because many of us take higher level classes and we learn moves that use these versions of these basics. But if we're not aware of that, the move feels a lot harder. Right? I could take a more complicated pattern and break it down into basics, and that'll make it much easier for me to learn and easier to remember. That was our class. Thank you all for coming, and let's dance!
Yeah, thank you all so much!